How's my hair? I let it dry while it was wet. Oh, it's not too bad. And normally when it happens, it gets all kind of weird when I let it dry while wet. Hello! Hello, my friends! Good afternoon, evening, day, wherever you are. Look at my new necklace. My parents gave this to me for my birthday. It was my birthday, guys. I am 49. I have just turned 49 years old, which means I am 1 year away, from 50. Oh, 50. People used to freak out. My friends used to freak out if they turned 30. I didn't mind 30. I found, why would this stay on? I found 40 a little, yeah. It had some kick to it. But 50 for me is the big one. 50 is the big one. If they're the big one for me, I feel, wow. Like I feel, it's a thing basically. It's a thing for me. 50 feels big, 50 feels important. Half a century. And you feel like, you should have, developed some wisdom. And I kind of think I have some, but I also feel like a tiny child on the inside. So I don't know. Anyway, hello! I am back on YouTube. And I have just, before I start talking, let me just do this. Hello! I'm Tamara Laporte from Willowing Arts, if you're new to the channel. And I am a mixed media artist, an author, an online art teacher, mother, and loads of other things. And mostly I tend to say I go by human. A human that likes to make things with her hands. That's me. Thank you for dropping by and watching this video. You have stumbled upon one of my vloggy art vloggies, which is unscripted and a little random and rambly. Do apologize. You apologize to me for me being rambly. Do accept my apologies. I have a tad of the ADHD, and I can be a bit rambly and jump from one thing to the next, but I do try to keep it cohesive and to the succinct and to the point. And if not, then I edit it in such a way. So you should be all right. You should be fine. Yeah. So I'm Tamara Laporte. I've just said that. So I'm back on YouTube, having just run a immensely fun and exciting 2-week art event called Mastering Mixed Media. We have pretty much just finished it, although at the point that I'm filming this, it is Friday the 16th. Yes, no. Yes, Friday the 16th of May, and we have extended the free access to the 18th of May. So if you're watching this also on the Friday or the Saturday and you have no idea what I'm talking about, but you want to have a quick look, there are links below in the description. This is a wonderful art event wherein I had over 35 mixed media artists sharing their favorite art techniques and art topics or anything favorite. That was the theme, and it's been just very, very overwhelming and fun. We had over 27,000 people join. What? That has been so, which is so awesome, but also very and so it meant we had a lot more queries and things like that. So me and my wonderful colleague Maddie have been let's just say we worked very hard in the last 2 weeks, but it's all worthwhile. It was all worthwhile because it's been so fun and so wonderful. I'll tell you what. So for my lessons, I had 3. I contributed 3 lessons. The first was this lesson where we created 2 kind of abstract birds, but I go through a whole lot of layering. Like I go through a big layering process, and it was really fun to do. I also taught how to create this beautiful fox, like a cosmic fox, I called it. And I also taught how to create a face like this, a girl with her eyes closed and a sort of peaceful dream. And then we had, like I said, another 35 amazing artists that did so many amazing lessons, beautiful lessons, interesting lessons, exciting, fun lessons, all of that. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about and you want to take a look, you can still do that until the 18th of May. So if you're watching this way later, it won't work. Although you can still buy the VIP package, even beyond the 18th of May. Sorry. So you can actually buy access. Basically, we ran it first for free for 2 weeks. And then if you wanted lifelong access to the content, you can buy what we call a VIP package, and then you can access to all of the content, and then you can download it and you can stream it forever, for as long as I'm in business, which will be a long time because I like art. So yeah, so that's so I'm a little bit adrenaline drunk. I am adrenaline drunk. Is that how you say it? Adrenaline drunk, sleep deprived, depleted, but very exhausted, but very happy and very grateful because we had so much fun and people were so kind and lovely. And there's so many good messages and so much kindness. Here are a couple of examples of how good the messages were. Yes, see, it was very good. And so, yeah, if you're interested in that, or you haven't joined, do come and check us out. Both either in the free, if you're still here before the end of the free event, then you can check out free, or the VIP link is also in the description below. Thank you for doing so. Wanted to say, if you watch a video, like a video, comment on a video, buy a course, support us coming to the free event. As artists, I am, on behalf of all artists, thanking you profusely because you help us make a living and we then can feed our children and pay our bills and stuff like that. So I'm deeply grateful. And so if you want to support me, please click a like, a heart, do a thumbs up. That's it. The thumbs up, a like, a comment. It's all so deeply appreciated because the algorithm then tells the YouTube people, or really the one algorithm tells the other algorithm. In the future, we'll all just be run by algorithms, I think. Don't you think? I think the world is one big algorithm. I think the universe is sort of an algorithm. That's what manifestation, I think, is about. Don't you think? I'm going deep now, but anyway, give us a thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up. Give us a comment, and then all the algorithms will do a good thing for me and all the other artists. Thank you. So, very rambly introduction. It happens. It's just what happens. And that's just the free-flowing nature of these vloggies. I do the vlog, and then I do the art. So, don't worry. It's not just me, blah. It's actually art, which is probably what you came for. Although I know that some of you enjoy my rambling. Where's my art journal? So, I was so very, very, very... I was... Sorry. My mouth is not cooperating. I was so very, very exhausted from everything and so like, whoa, overwhelmed, that I needed to take some time to just do my art for myself. And I made this journal page. Oh, there we go. You can see it quite well. That's nice. Still trying to zoom in on me, but that's the journal page I made, and I'm going to show you how I painted this. And what I loved is I have talked about journals forever, and of course if you look back on my channel you'll find Finisher Journal. This is not really part of Finisher Journal, but it kind of little bit is, although this is a new journal, so I can't really count it as Finisher Journal. But I wanted to talk about the beauty of art journaling, making art in a journal, and how healing and helpful it can be to process. This fly always flies when I do this. Why? I don't smell. I showered today. I was all alone. Okay, I'm sorry. What was I saying? Journals. So, what I love about journaling is if I really sit with myself and what I do ask myself, so particularly when I start the writing process, I'll ask myself, okay, what's up inside? What do you want to write about? And then words come. And it's really loving, compassionate sort of way to be present to your actual experience in the moment. Because I don't enough times sit with my stuff, sit with my shit, sit with my stuff on the inside. Because I'm always like running around. My life is this chaotic whirlwind of a tsunami. And I don't nowadays get lots of time anymore. I just sit and go, oh, what have you been struggling with? Or what has been going on inside your soul? Like I ask my children all the time and they roll their eyes. They'll be like, so, hi, how are you? What's been up with your soul lately? And they just roll their eyes. Anyway, and then I can sit and I can just always feel my whole nervous system calm down as I start to really connect and check in on the inside. And notice stuff, just noticing, and then I write about it, or I find a sentence that would be helpful, or a quote, or a lyric, or something. So yeah, so I did that a little bit today. I had some writing then there. You see that, and of course I end up often with a kind of a couple of main words like let go and trust more. I was talking to my husband Andy that one of the things that's interesting about me, he'll go, "How do you know about that? And how do you know about that?" And I have a brain that learns a lot of things, but mostly around the things that I feel anxious about. And I have come to realize that I think I might be a high-functioning anxious person, which is apparently a thing. I really didn't sort of realize it was a thing. But it means that you have an underlying sort of always sense of anxiety running a lot underneath everything. And that you do the scanning of the horizon, constant assessing, risk assessing, what's going to happen next? Or is something going to harm me? Is something going to be disappointing? Is something going to be angry, sad making? And that you have you're on higher alert than, let's say, a person who isn't anxious. And it's kind of for me, about trusting life. And I think it's connected to if you have quite a few adverse childhood experiences, they call them ACEs, you can develop a sense of life is untrustworthy. I can't trust life. And so I have an underlying anxiety always. But as a side effect, I've become really good at learning certain things, mostly because I just want to defend myself against a scary thing. So if I worry that something will go wrong, what I'll do is I'll put everything into place to make sure it won't happen. But that means that I learn a lot about it. And so, why am I telling you this? Oh. It's a very ADHD vlog today, more so than usual. I'm very sorry. Because I was writing about it. I was trust more. That's the word, the trust more word. And I was basically talking to Andy about how I don't have an innate trust in life and the universe and that everything will be okay necessarily. I kind of, because my life experiences have shown that it will be okay if I really work hard on fixing things. Rather than if I just sit back and relax, I don't find that things go well. Well, I don't think I've ever really tried. Have I? Have I ever just gone, for the next year, I'm just going to mostly sit here and see what happens? maybe the universe will just provide, but if you look around in the world, right, it doesn't feel like it might. So anyway, this is way too philosophical and spiritual and whatever. But anyway, that's where the word trust more came from. So I was telling myself, maybe I should try and trust life a bit more, Tam. And then the letting go is let go of anxiety, let go of stress. So that's where my words came from. And I was trying to tell you that you doing some journaling this way can also be helpful for you, where you're present to your stuff and your inner sadness and your worries and your anxieties. And also just processing, and this is fun. And even when you don't do anything conscious, just making art apparently lowers the cortisol levels, lowers the stress. Of course, as long as you're not annoyed by what you're making, because that can also happen. But most of the time, it's meant to be pretty helpful. And then I made another painting that, when I made it, I wasn't that happy with it. But the more I look at it, I actually like it. So I wanted to share it with you. This one, I actually think this is really nice. I mean, it's quite dark, like she's definitely a bit angry or something, but I quite like the broody moodiness of it. So I made this a long time ago and didn't deem it worthy. I didn't deem it worthy of posting on the internets. And now I'm like, that's not nice, because she's worthy. All of us are worthy, of course. And then what else did I do? Nothing much else. The other ones that I liked, I've already shown you. I did start a couple of drawings that I didn't like. That happens. Ooh, that happens. Don't think that everything I make I like. I really don't. In fact, like lately, I make more stuff that I don't like and abort. Oh yeah. Stop. Here, I'll show you this. I mean, I'm still sort of thinking I could maybe work with this, but okay. For those of you who watched the vlog my last vlog with the wonderful Jenny, I was like, ooh, I like this collage stuff that I've revisited. I used this fly. This fly does my head in. Always when I do this, it comes a fly. I don't know. So the lights. Flies attracted to lights? There's moths. We did a collage thing, and I kind of combined paint over collage again, like I have done for many, many years. But I kind of this time thought, I'm going to combine a face with a collage thing and do a similar thing. And then I did this, but it's nowhere near finished, nor do I like it. Oh, I'm a bit stuck with it. I could probably work on it. So I basically did face here and then loads of collage on the other side. I need to sneeze. That's me. And yeah, so I don't know. So that's the only stuff I've done that wasn't related to the Master Mixed Media event. So, and I did do a lesson for A Year of Light, where we're doing lots of light paintings that are connected to light. This one is a bit curled. Was it curled? Cool, no? So it's a sunset with a couple sitting there. That's the mini version of it, and then there's the bigger version. Oh, it's not. Oh, there we go. So yeah, so that's a lesson for A Year of Light as well. And all the information, if you want to join or check out anything that I mentioned, just check the description. Check the description and you will find info. Look, hey, also, I forgot to show you my twinkly lights again. I love them so much. My twinkly lights, but I want a wall when they're right behind me. I'm thinking of restructuring my entire art studio so that the twinkly lights can be straight behind me. I have all these grand plans, and then they never. This fly. And then they never really happen with regards to reorganization. Anyway, I shall leave it here. This was my very rambly ADHD chat as a hello and a little bit of a summary of what I've been doing lately, and show you some of my journal stuff. And yeah, and that's it. So in the next part of this video, you'll see me time-lapsed working on that journal page. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for watching. If you love my stuff, if you like me, I'm a fairly friendly gal, almost 50. If you like to learn more with me, do come and check out my website. I am on www.willowing.org. I teach lots of classes, like loads, all kinds, and we have fun. And yeah, so I'd love to see you there. I'm also on lots of social media, so come and check out my links below, and I'd love to connect with you in other places. Okay, what else should I say? Anything? Oh yeah, please like and subscribe and ding that little bell. you will get a little notification if there's a new video out. And I am deeply grateful for you being here and checking out my video and listening to me ramble. It's super fun. And I send you lots of love. All right. Have a wonderful rest of your day or night or evening, wherever you are. And I'll hope to see you again soon. Bye.